Hey everybody, what's going on? I wanted to do a quick video about something I found from about 6th or 7th grade. That's right. I was going through old stuff. I had like one last box. I've been going through stuff for about a year now, just trying to organize and everything. And I found something that probably upset me a lot at 11 or 12 years old, but made me really happy now and kind of choke up with tears. And I wanted to share it with you because it's also a reminder for you. I want to remind you how courageous you are and how strong you are for being yourself, no matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're transgender or not, but my experience has been being a transgender human being. And so, that's what I can talk about. But I'm dropping it everywhere. This particular little note, what is this? What am I even talking about? Okay, so I'm going to give you like a better picture of it, but I guess it was like something in class, some in school that I had where we had to write down our name and maybe draw something that had to do with us. I did music notes in a baseball. That's who I was at 11 or 12 years old. And then I guess we passed it around with different kids because they wrote different things. And I'm assuming it all had to be positive because there's nothing really negative on here. But one of them that's funny says, "You're the best Jerry Springer ever," which I don't know if you know who Jerry Springer is. He's a talk show host, and it's just ridiculous drama. And it was popular during that time. So I guess maybe I put on little skits trying to pretend to be Jerry Springer. I have no idea. I had to tell you that because I'm going to show you the full picture, and you might be like, what? But anyway, that's not what I got on here to talk about. So somebody wrote, "You're the only one I know who has the guts to dress like a man. You're the only one I know who has the guts to dress like a man." I want to thank whoever wrote that. At the time, I was probably mortified because at the time, I was even though I was dressing in what's considered masculine clothing for a while there, it's like I still didn't want people to know that I actually felt like a guy because I didn't know what transgender was in the mid-90s, and most of the stuff I saw portraying people like me was really negative and bad, which is unfortunate. But thankfully a lot has been changing. There's always going to be hate in life. Some people just suck and you just, move on with your day. I know it's not always that easy, but we gotta, take the bad with the good and this and that. But this really choked me up because it reminded me how far I've come, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to show a picture of myself roughly around the time that this happened. I can't give you an exact year because it's not dated, but I can tell by what's written on here and everything. It was roughly around 96 or 97. I also want to show you a shot of what they actually said, so I'm going to put this up here now. In conclusion here's the whole shot of it all. There was some stuff written down there. So this is something that I want to hold on to. It's very special to me. I spent a lot of my childhood dressing in boys' clothes and got bullied a lot, made fun of a lot, and that's why I started to dress in what's considered more feminine clothing by the time I'd say like late 8th grade and into high school for sure, and college years. But once I turned 20 and realized I was transgender and that there was a word for how I felt since I was like 4 years old, I just started dressing the way I wanted to dress. It took me longer to cut my hair the way I wanted to, but I want to send love to that version of me as 11 or 12 years old for having the courage. I don't know about you, but a lot of times in my life, especially around high school, leaving high school, I constantly heard people say, just be yourself. Just be yourself. But in all reality, every time I would try to be myself, I was bullied and made fun of. And I know that's happened with so many of you out there. You might be watching this right now, or you know somebody like that. So it can be kind of cliche sometimes when you say be yourself. It's like, okay, well, let people be themselves, and it might, what I'm trying to say is what they consider to be themselves might not make sense to you. but they're still being themselves. So there you go. But I wanted to share that with you, that I had found that it blew my mind. I couldn't believe how far back this all goes for me. Because I've been making videos here, like sharing with people since like fall of 2017. And I've been openly trans since 2004. However, this went back to like the mid 90s. And I got somebody telling me, you know, you're the only one I know who has the guts to dress like a guy. And it's like I had forgotten how much courage it really has taken to dress the way that I want to dress. And you know what else? It also takes a lot of courage to deal with not like, how do I say? It takes a lot of courage to go on living life not being able to dress the way you want to dress, maybe because of where you live. Because not everybody on this planet is safe to just dress and act the way they want to dress. And of course that's not okay. That's not okay at all. It's happening. Let's face it, this world is a really weird place, and it's not always a fair place. So when we are able to do what we want to do without being arrested, hurt, killed, whatnot, we really need to be grateful for that. It's hard. Like, it was hard for me to come out and dress the way I want to, and I was still bullied. But I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity to do that in the first place. So I want to send love to, again, I want to send love to the people who, you know, you might be saying, well, it's not that I'm not courageous, it's that it's not safe for me. You are courageous. Even if you're not dressing the way that you feel you should be dressing or acting the way you are, that's courage all in itself, to just get through that and move to a different situation. I know I've talked to some people out there where it's like they feel they need to eventually leave the country they're in to live the life that they came here to live. So much respect to everybody. Whether you're waiting to live that life because of circumstances beyond your control and you're wanting to be safe, or whether you are out there living, dressing the way you desire, but still receiving hate from time to time or all the time. You are all courageous. I mean, we're all courageous as human beings, first off, for just being on Earth, because Earth is a school and it's not an easy one. For anybody who follows Dolores Cannon, you'll know what I'm talking about. I've mentioned her a lot in my videos, like saying, go check out Dolores Cannon, but it just takes courage to even be on Earth. But because of the fact that I'm a transgender guy and I have this channel talking about spiritual stuff and transgender type stuff, this video is geared more toward my transgender community because I found this note that had to pertain to that. But anyway, I don't know, I hope you found some of this useful. It's basically just me sharing a little glimpse of my past and reminding you of how brave you are, how courageous you are. And, you know, I hope you remember too, and I have to remind myself that sometimes just being yourself can inspire other people to live in their truths. I hope that I've helped a lot of people along the way feel courageous enough to live in their truths by living in mine. I mean, there's been so many times where I've been in parts of the country and during certain time periods where dressing the opposite of what you were born as is like this big, scary, no-no type thing. And I went and I did it anyway, and I'm really proud of myself. Looking back now, I'm like, whoa, I almost think I was more courageous back then than I am now, but but really now it's not as big of a deal for me as it was all those years ago. So I want to send love to you. I want to send love to my younger self. I'm so thankful that I found this. And I thank you for being here and sharing this moment with me. So in conclusion, if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button down there and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I have lots of videos about spiritual awakening, experiences, being transgender, gender all in itself, and also numerology, angel numbers, if you're into that sort of thing. I know I am. I'm loving it. I'm still seeing 122. I just did a video on 122. If you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and make sure that you check that video out. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I wish you a wonderful Sunday in this now moment, and rest of your week, rest of your month, shoot, rest of your year, rest of your freaking life. Now this is just drawing on for too long. Much love, y'all. See you later.